Are you sick of hearing all these negative stories about AI? Well, there are a lot of stories about AI, and many of them are negative, and some of them for good reasons. So you should be aware of and alert to any of the negative stories that you hear. But AI is also doing a lot of good in the world. And I want to share a few examples of that with you here. And not only to make you feel good, although maybe that's enough reason by itself, but also because it'll help you think about the way that you bring AI into your team and your organization. Now, if you've been following me on Instagram, you may know that every day I post a little story about some way that the world has become better because of some trend, some innovation, some government initiative, some people doing some things to make the world better. And let me go through a few of the examples about AI, and let me pick Australian examples in the last year or so, within the last year. So I'll give you 3 or 4 examples from this list of things that I've found over the last year. So the first one is some research that's being done at the Queensland University of Technology, QUT, and what they're doing is they're looking at using AI for smarter farming and better synthetic biology, which will help improve crop yields and also improve our sustainability. So it's helping tackle the issue of climate change. So this is useful in the ag sector for farmers and others in that sector. Here's another one from researchers at the University of Melbourne, and they're using AI that's using satellite imagery and weather data to predict how land cover is changing. And that has a big impact with things like fire risk, erosion control, and managing biodiversity. So those are both areas kind of related to agriculture and our natural environment. Here's another one. This is a healthcare one from Edith Cowan University in Perth in Western Australia. And they're using AI to scan like routine scans like x-rays and ultrasounds, and using that the AI can analyze and predict potential problems with serious conditions, more serious conditions like possible tumors, instead of them having to do invasive scans. And here's another one. Here's one from Dr. Karl. You know Dr. Karl Krushelnitsky, who's one of our most famous science communicators. And he's just launched what's called Digital Dr. Karl. So he's taken 40,000 of his scientific papers, articles, and media to create like a Dr. Karl chatbot where he can communicate science, and you can ask him questions and he can respond, or rather his AI avatar can respond. So those are 4 examples just in the last year of AI in Australia that is improving different sectors. So as I said, the reason for me sharing this is not just to share how well we're doing with AI, and not just to give you some examples, but also to talk about what this means for you and your organization. You see, all of these things here are examples of AI platforms. They're very different from you sitting in front of your laptop and typing a query to ChatGPT or Copilot or Claude and getting a response, right? That's generative AI, and that's what made AI really popular and brought it to the world's attention. But these other things, these AI platforms, have been working quietly behind the scenes in every industry, every sector for years, sometimes for decades. So when you think about adopting AI in your organization or with your team, think about it at 3 levels. So the professional, projects, and platforms. The professional level is you using it and your team members using it to improve their everyday work, to optimize what they do so they can do higher level work. And those are the kind of chatbots that we're getting used to using every day, every week. So use AI to draft an email, or help create an outline of a report, or analyze a spreadsheet, or design a workshop. That's the professional level. The project level is where it's not just one person, but a small team of people get together to create something using AI that will create some value. And you may be doing small AI projects already. And the third level is this platform level. This is where you don't develop it yourself. Well, you might if you've got an IT team that's building platforms for you, but generally you would buy or rent an AI platform. So like that example of the climate change, governments and fire departments and other people like that might buy an AI platform that will help them manage manage the ground cover. Or farmers or others in the ag sector might buy some software, AI-powered software, that will help them do smarter farming to save money and also increase sustainability. And this is going to be true for your sector as well. And it might already be true for your organization. You may already be investing in AI platforms that will help you manage your core processes. So, why does this matter for everybody? It does because everybody's going to be affected by it. If you work in insurance, you might be using an AI platform for assessing premiums or managing risk. If you work in banking, you're probably using an AI platform that's assessing mortgage applications. If you work in any industry, any sector, more and more AI platforms are going to be managing the core digital infrastructure of your business or organization. And that means that it's even more important for you to lift the AI literacy and education of everybody in your team. Because some of those AI platforms are just working in the scenes with no human intervention, but more and more, as we rely more and more on them, we're going to be required to use our human intelligence on top of what the artificial intelligence gives us. So it's always about people first, technology second, especially when you're talking about something as complex as an AI platform. So there are lots of positives, but also you need to be careful about how you use them. If you use them well, they can be really, really powerful. If you don't understand what they're doing, they can also be really risky and dangerous. If you'd like to know more about this, come along to my online presentation. It's free, it's public, it's open to everybody, and it's all about AI at work. And I'll talk about AI at those three levels: the professional level, the project level, and then the platform level. And we'll look at the good, the bad, and the ugly of each of them. It is open to everybody, so please register, and please feel free to pass on that invitation to others in your team and your network as well. I'll see you in the future.